Hi Jasmine, my name's Trinika. What would you say is the best way for me to plan out my annual content calendar in a way that I'm able to serve as many people as possible, but I'm not risking annoying my potential or future clients by announcing rounds too frequently?
Love your question. But before I actually get into answering it, I want to take a step back and remind you of a universal truth. And that universal truth is that you will not be for everybody. And I won't be for everybody. In the content that you share, there's a really good chance that somebody's going to love it. And there's a really good chance that somebody else is not going to like it, right? We can't be all things to all people. But I also definitely want to remind you that it is a frame of mind for you to think or believe that the content you're putting out is going to annoy somebody. You can choose. It takes just as much effort for you to believe that the content you're going to put out is going to annoy somebody, and just as much effort for you to think that somebody is going to benefit or their life is going to change as a result of that content. The choice is yours. So now that we've put that out, you will not be for everybody, and some people are going to think your content is amazing, and other people are going to think it's not amazing. And then once you say, I'm going to choose to live from abundance instead of living from annoyance, if we're on that same page, let's actually talk about the strategy behind not being too salesy or too marketing driven when it comes to creating content and posting on social media. I subscribe to the give, ask mentality, which means that what you're going to see is about 80% of my content is creating helpful posts or videos. So in your exact example, what I would recommend, if you're not in a distinct promotional period, that you need to be showing up with total frequency, sharing anything that you would like that your dream customer would find valuable. Workout tips, meal planning, what is your healthy splurge? Do you have a cheat meal? What does it look like? What does balance look like for you? You could showcase a 10-minute workout, a 20-minute workout, and a 30-minute workout. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to people on Instagram who will put together an Instagram reel about like their leg workout. And I'll look at that reel, and then all of a sudden I feel like so empowered to go and do the exercise on my own. And now I think more highly. I trust the person who put out that content, and they weren't even asking for a sale. The more that you build trust by giving, when it does when the time does come for you to ask, you're in a good position. Remember, choose abundance, not annoyance. That is your story to choose and tell yourself.
Hey Jasmine, this is Sarah Tatum. I'm a Faster Way coach and also a social curator, and I'd love to hear your advice for us as coaches to help us keep our mindset in a positive space and to help us stay encouraged and motivated to keep moving towards our goals when maybe our progress seems slow.
I love this question, Sarah, and shout out to a fellow social curator in the house. Okay, I love talking about mindset. Now, what you hear me putting out on social is not mindset. I'm not like a positivity coach. I am 100% business strategist and social media proponent. There's that. But I will say that if we do not handle what is going on here and here, we will never be able to handle what is going on here. Okay, so when it comes to keeping a positive mindset, there are 3 things that I remind myself every single day, and they are simple, and some people might even say that they're silly, but I'm telling you, they've had a profound effect on my life. The first thing every single morning is I will place my hand over my chest and another hand right above my belly, and I will remind myself that my heart is beating, I have the ability to move, and my mind is going. That alone is such a powerful gift, and if we do not take the time to express the gratitude for having and breathing and living a healthy life, we are not starting our day right. Number 2 is that I remind myself that when I'm feeling overwhelmed, because overwhelm will happen, I remind myself that overwhelm is the abundance of everything I asked for. I asked for a bigger business, I got a busier business, and that comes the whole litany of other things. I asked God to please, I want to grow my family, and I was able to adopt a daughter. I got what I wanted, but whoa, it's a lot of unexpected hours and work that you could never actually fully plan for. So when you come back and you take a step back, that the reason why you are likely feeling overwhelmed is because you have gotten and you have been given and you have earned everything you once dreamt of. So again, we're going to express gratitude for that. The third thing to keep a positive mindset is to understand that the timeline I make up for my life is entirely made up. That I say, well, I would like to have these many followers, I would like to make this amount of money, and I would like to do this in my business by this time. I 100% just arbitrarily pulled things from thin air and said, this is going to be my life and this is how I'm going to make it work. That's great. It's great for me to have a plan, but the timeline that I want it to happen might not be the right timeline. So the third thing that I remind myself every single day is that I am right where I am supposed to be. I'm on nobody's timeline but my own. Somebody else's progress, somebody else's growth, somebody else's business has nothing to do with me. I am right where I am supposed to be. I am learning the lessons that I need to learn today to become the businesswoman that I want in the future. So 3 steps to a positive mindset that I practice daily. Number 1, I'm alive and I'm breathing. Today is going to be a good day. Number 2, overwhelm is the abundance of everything that I asked for. And number 3, that's right. We finally got to the end. This is exactly where exactly where I need to be and where you need to be.
My name is Lisa Garland, and my question is, how often should we tell our personal story or our journey with the Faster Way? I know not everyone sees every post, but I just wanted to know how much is the right amount and not too much. Thanks.
Lisa, I have good news, and my answer is short and sweet. Is that the answer, it depends entirely on your dream customer. Like, let's just have like a real conversation. There's a good chance that you look at other people in Faster Way and they're constantly sharing stories, personal stories, and their audiences, they love it, they're engaging, they're doing great things. And then we see other people who are sharing their personal stories and they might not get as much engagement. It doesn't mean that one story is better than the other, or one person is a better storyteller than another person. It doesn't mean that at all. It simply means that that audience may not want to be as invested in personal stories. So Lisa, this is how you gauge whether or not your audience wants to hear more personal stories. Are they leaving comments? Are they sharing your post? Are they saving your post? Are they liking their post? If you're finding that you're getting engagement by sharing personal stories, then share your personal stories. 100%. I share personal stories, and I've realized that it's a really high engaging post on my feed, so I want to be very careful when I'm strategically laying out those personal stories. So that's my advice to you, but it's not like a general, you should share 1.2 personal stories every 2 weeks. Nope, totally depends on your audience and what you're comfortable with.
Hi, Jasmine. My name is Jody. I'm a new coach with Faster Way. My question is regarding content. I'm in need of more themes. So if you have any ideas for me, that would be great. Thanks. Bye.
Jody, I hope that you were inspired by our conversation when I was walking through my photo topics. What I encourage people to do is to find photo topics and or using caption categories to really drill down what you want to talk about. Because what you want to talk about, like, I wish I can give you more ideas, but quite honestly, it doesn't matter what I say, and it actually doesn't matter what you say. It's what do people want from you. So what I want you to do is to look back at your last 30 posts, and I want you to put the top 5 posts at the top, right? You're gonna go through like what got the most engagement, like likes and comments. And then I want you to say, wow, these were the 5 posts that got the most. And then what I want you to do is recreate these posts. Don't like repeat the same copy, but post a similar picture and post a similar caption, and then see if that content got just like the same amount of engagement. And then what I want you to do is like, oh, that's the pattern. Sometimes more isn't more. Sometimes figuring out the precise content your people want to see is going to drill down how you should be showing up. So pick your 5 top posts, recreate those posts to see if you get the same type of engagement.
What is your advice regarding the mix of content for social media? When should I use a photo versus a video? And how can we build confidence to share more videos if we don't have a studio or a professional setup?
Okay, Katie, I have great news. And the great news is that there has never been a better time to be a video creator. Now, there isn't like a one size fits all. There are some people who are better on photo, and there's some people who are better on video. There's some people who are more comfortable writing longer posts and who are comfortable on video, and so some who are not. It doesn't matter. What I want you to do Katie and anybody else who's watching, is to say, if you have the desire to show up on video, then all you need to do is bring out your phone. I can't tell you, y'all, some of the biggest promotional launches I have ever done as part of my business, all promo videos. You guys, I'm talking about commercials. I am talking about TikToks. I'm talking about Reels. I'm talking about paid advertisements. Just in 2020, because of social distancing, I wasn't able to work with a videographer. You guys, I created all of my videos on my iPhone, and they did so well. You do not need a fancy setup. You do not need a fancy camera. If you have that, great, use it. But don't let the fact that you're using a mobile device stop you. I'm telling you, please, 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 please check out my IGTV. When you go to Jasmine Starr on Instagram, click on the IGTV tab. There you are going to see a mix of videos from my iPhone and from a professional DSLR camera. And you will see, makes no difference. If the content is good, that's the thing that's going to push the video to the top.
Hi, Jasmine. My name is April, and I am a Fastaway coach as well as a member of the Dream Team. And I have a question for you. How can I create content and repurpose it? Because we know that creating content takes time, it takes strategy, it takes technique. So tell me, how can I create good content and repurpose it more than one use for Instagram? Thank you, Jasmine.
April, I am very excited that you're using Instagram to connect with your dream customers. This is what we're going to call our main platform. Your main platform is Instagram. Now, somebody else's main platform could be Facebook, and somebody else's main platform could be LinkedIn. Yes, y'all, if you're on Faster Way and you're trying to find some clients, LinkedIn is going to be a very amazing platform for you to do that, but it's neither here nor there. So you've chosen Instagram as your main platform. Awesome. Now, what our objective and goal is to do is to repurpose that content that is native on this platform to another platform. So let's go for an example. Let's say you write a caption and you tag @Amanda Tress and you put #FasterWay. That post doing great on Instagram. I do not recommend you getting that exact post and pushing it over to Facebook. What I recommend is called staggering your content. You're going to create your Instagram post, and let's say, for example, you post on Monday at 8 a.m. We recommend on the inside of Social Curator to stagger your content by 1 week and 4 hours. Now, this is just a suggestion. It's not a particular formula, but we found that this works really well for us. So if you were to post at 8 a.m. on Monday morning, the following Monday, a week and 4 hours at noon, you are going to put that same post over on Facebook, but you are going to take out the @ mention @Amanda Tress, and you're going to tag her page. And you're going to take out the hashtag that you use on Instagram and not put that hashtag on Facebook. Why? We want to make sure that we're respecting the platform. @ mentions and hashtags that you use on Instagram are oftentimes broken when you push them over to Facebook. So why do we suggest staggering our content from one platform to another at such a big distance? Well, what happens is that studies have shown that users do what we call platform hop. So if somebody's scrolling through Instagram, and let's say that they look at your post, April, and they're like, oh, I like this Instagram post. And let's just say they kind of scroll away from that and they go over to Facebook. Studies show that people platform hop when they're on social. And let's just say that they follow April on Instagram and Facebook. Well, because she had engagement over here on Instagram, there is a higher likelihood of her seeing, of the same user seeing that same post on Facebook. Because Facebook owns Instagram. If you engage with somebody on Instagram and you happen to follow them on Facebook as well, there's a higher likelihood that you're going to see this content on Facebook. So all of that to say is when you stagger your content, you have a higher likelihood of showing people content at different times on different platforms. So what we do, so very much like April, I have my main platform, that's Instagram. And then I have different platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. What we try to do is we try to get an Instagram post and then repurpose it to put it out on Facebook. And then we'll repurpose it, maybe adding a little bit more and contextualizing it from a business perspective for LinkedIn. We might even get a tiny little pulled quote from the Instagram post and put that out on Twitter. So one piece of content, different platforms, yet contextualized for the way that people consume content there. Y'all, It has been an honor, a privilege, and a blessing to be here with you. I would love to connect with you on social media. Like I just mentioned to April and everybody else, my main platform of choice is Instagram at this time, but feel free to send me a message. I would love to root you on. Amanda, I love you, and I appreciate how hard your team has worked for this event. Bravo, job well done. I hope to connect with you guys in the future. Have a good one.